is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. May God be with you all. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get on your feet and make some noise because
And here come the Westside Warriors, looking to make a statement here against the 7-0 Creighton Prep Blue Jays.
It's the best rivalry in the state of Nebraska, Creighton Prep and Westside. The stands are full for this one, even though you have a Nebraska football team playing against Minnesota tonight. The fans have come out for this big game in high school football in Nebraska on a Friday night, and you can feel the excitement here in the stands. A lot of alumni here for Westside, a lot of students. It's pink out night. They've raised a lot of money for a canned food drive. Just a great atmosphere here at Phillips Field for this rivalry game between Creighton Prep and Westside.
Yeah, there's a lot of sporting events going on in the state of Nebraska. Creighton's playing an exhibition game against Iowa State. Nebraska football is the main thing. Nebraska volleyball in this. So if you're a sports fan, you're eating good tonight in the state of Nebraska.
I know there are a lot of people with 2 TV sets on right now watching this game and the Husker game around the state. But we've got a great audience here tonight, and we're looking forward to this matchup. Hunter, it's going to be a dandy tonight. You can just see the feeling here in the stands. Creighton Prep fans have really turned out for this game. I mean, they have really.
They're packing the student section deep.
Yeah, the student section on the other side is probably a third of the visitors' stands over there, and of course the Westside side is packed as well. So this is going to be a great matchup, and we're ready for the kickoff.
Westside will get the ball to start the second half, so Prep will receive to start the game. Everett Sherlizin on to kick it off from the 40. Takes a deep breath. And we are off from Phelps Field as that one skips off the leg of the Prep return man, and he is dropped immediately at the 18-yard line, and a good start for Westside with their special teams. And the Creighton Prep offense will roll out, led by quarterback Jack Lammers and, more importantly, running back Angela Walker.
The key right now for Creighton Prep is to start their ground game to see what they can do against this Warrior defense. But look for Angela Walker of Creighton Prep to come out and see if he can move this defensive line of Westside. So here we go with Creighton Prep starting on their own 18-yard line.
Westside defense been a stout group over the past couple of weeks, allowed 6 points to Fremont, 7 points to Fremont, and then 21 to a top team in Elkhorn South. It's going to be Warren who takes it, and Tay Jenkins, they must have fumbled on the first play. I did not see that.
No, I did not either. Westside got possession of the ball. There must have been a fumble. So that's Westside on the 18-yard line.
Okay, then. So turn of events here for us. I did not even realize that the return man fumbled it.
I don't even think the crowd knew that.
So it's Westside football at the Prep 18. Warren in shotgun. Hands it off to Jenkins. Jenkins busts it to the outside, to the 10, to the 5, to the pylon. Touchdown, touchdown Westside, touchdown Tay Jenkins. And just like that, 40 seconds in, it's the Creighton Prep transfer. Tay Jenkins with the score.
What a start for the Warriors, 18 yards out after the turnover on the opening kickoff of the game. And the state's leading rusher goes over the right side for an 18-yard touchdown. Looked pretty simple to me, but Westside takes the lead, and now they'll try to tack on the extra point.
Make sure she gets the upright.
Snap hold, it is good. And Westside leads 7-0 early, and we'll take a break here on the WTV Live Network. 7-0, Westside, 40 seconds in. Welcome back to WTV Live Network. I'm Hunter Valapek, alongside me, Ross Jernstrom. Already 7-0 Westside, and I feel like deja vu. We're back with Everett Shirlison to kick it, and he gets it away. And that one they'll just let go into the end zone.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better start for the Warriors. They get a turnover on the opening kickoff, and then they score on their very first play from scrimmage. So things are looking good for the Warriors here with a 7-0 start against their rival Creighton Prep. So we are off to a good start for the Warriors, and it kind of silenced the Junior J students over there.
Okay, so this time now, Creighton Prep's on offense, Westside's on defense, just to be sure.
Well, we got it straight now. Angelo Walker, look out for him in the backfield.
Lammers in the backfield in the pistol. Looks for a different play call. Walker comes up to his side. Westside showing blitz, and they're going to pass first play. Short pass out to the far side. It's caught for a gain of about 7 or 8.
You know, that might be the game plan, just to kind of get, Walker some yards running the ball, try to have a more balanced attack, put the ball in the air, but that's a good gain of about almost 6 yards on that play. So good start for Creighton Prep there.
And against this Westside defense, you don't want to start behind the sticks.
Yes.
We saw it against Central. They got 6-8 yards every play on their first play. Lammers in shotgun will take it. First play to Walker as he gets stuffed immediately at the line of scrimmage and forced back. No gain on the play and a good start for Westside against Angelo Walker.
I'll tell you, that defensive line of Hudson Meade, Graham Hofford, and Owen James, they're tough up there up front for the Warriors, and they're backed up by Spencer Studheit. John Paul Rhino's really had a great season. The leading tackler for the team, Monty Costello, and Quentin Warren. Those linebackers are all good for Westside.
3rd down and 4. They're going to hand it off. Walker tries to break through, gets stuffed, and only a gain of about 2, and that'll bring up 4th and short. And now decision time here for the Blue Jays.
Well, the punting team is coming out there. They're gonna kick it away, and we'll see if Westside can score on their special teams. They did really well last week against Elkhorn South. The special teams, we had a kickoff return for a touchdown by Tay Jenkins. So we'll see what can happen here on the special teams.
Eli Johnson back to return it, setting up at his own 38-yard line. Snap is good, punt is away. Angling back to make the catch, and Johnson looking for a good return. Cuts it through the middle, up to the 45, still on his feet and taken down at about the Westside 44, and that's where Westside will get possession to start this drive.
Good return, sets it up well. Up near midfield for Westside. What Westside wants to do is probably run the ball against this Creighton Prep defense, kind of test the lines out, see who's going to be winning the ball in the trenches right here. So look for the Warriors maybe to run the ball with Tay here just to start out.
It's going to be Warren and Jenkins in the backfield. 2 receivers out to the near, 1 to the far. They're going to fake the handoff. Look, Warren going to go deep on the first play. He had Johnson, but he overthrew him. Incomplete. Comic in coverage, and he'll bring up 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, that's a brave way to start the game with a long pass there to Eli, but it's worked in the past for him. Eli, I'll never forget that game a few weeks ago where they had 2 holding penalties, and they scored on every play. Every play. I'd never seen anything like it.
3 consecutive plays, last one ending in the touchdown.
Yep.
2nd and 10. Warren hands it off. Jenkins immediately crushed in the backfield. Flag on the play. It was at the snap. For now, it's going to be a loss of about 3 or 4. We'll see the flag.
I'll tell you what, Creighton Prep really got some pressure in there, moved that line way back. That'd give him some confidence.
So they're going to call illegal formation on the Warriors. Moving back 5 yards. And it's going to, correction is going to be declined, so they'll bring up 3rd and 14.
Well, of course, this will be a passing situation. They'll probably have 3 or 4 wide receivers out there on the field. You got Purify going out to the far side of the field. You got Eli Johnson to the near side.
Warren commanding his linemen. Still has time on the play clock, 12 left to go. Warren back to pass. Jay's blitzing, throws it, has an open man, but Johnson slips, and it's incomplete. And a great job to find the soft spot in the zone by both Warren and Johnson, but the turf monster strikes.
Yeah, well, Eli was open. It looked like a good pass right along the sidelines. It would have been a first down, but he just slipped a little. We did have some rain earlier this afternoon here at Phelps Field, but the sun came out and kind of dried it up, but there could be some wet spots on that field. So a punting situation for Westside.
Tyler Hanna back to punt. Gets it away cleanly. High angling punt. Hits at about the 40-yard line and takes a Junior Jay's bounce up to the 45, and good starting field position for Creighton Prep.
Well, that was uncommon for Hanna for that punt. They're usually deep and high, but that one just kind of got off his foot, a little short, and only probably about a 15-yard punt. Yeah.
Not the longest punt. So Creighton Prep will have a shorter field than what they had last time. Still 7-0 with 8:32 left to play here in the first. Prep went 3 and out on their first drive, looking to strike back, and we have a flag early. It looked like some movement. And it's going to be a false start on Creighton Prep, so that'll move them back 5 yards. And that's not what you want to do if you're Creighton Prep. Start behind the sticks. They'll bring up 1st and 15 with Lammers in the backfield. Lammers throws it short pass, caught, bulldozing over a man. Looked like Michael Comer Jr. there on the far side, and will bring up a new set of downs, or scratch that, 2nd down and about 7.
Well, I'll tell you what, Creighton Preps, they're moving the ball. We'll see if they can be consistent here. They had a little trouble on 2nd and 3rd down last time.
They're going to hand it off to Walker. Walker gets to about midfield, but Quentin Warren and the rest of the Warriors are there to make the stop. Bryce Williams, Hudson Mead, Graham Hoffer, and a bunch of other Warriors there to make the stop to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, great play by the defensive end on the left side, Hudson Mead. He got some penetration there and stopped Walker, and they only got maybe about a yard on that play. Brings up 3rd and about 6 yards to try to get to the 45-yard line.
Lammers back at his own 45. And some movement once again at the line, and another false start against Creighton Prep.
I'll tell you what, that's a killer. I mean, they had 3rd and short yardage. Now it's going to be 3rd and 10. Boy, coaches just hate that when that happens, and just kind of a mental error right there by the Junior Jays. But it's going to bring up 3rd and long now in a passing situation. We'll see what the Junior Jays are going to do.
Now that'll bring up 3rd and 10, exactly where they started on this drive. And I would assume here you go short pass, maybe medium range pass. Lammers 2 for 2 so far, 15 yards. Lammers rolls out to his right, goes back to a screen. It's caught, breaking loose, back up to midfield, maybe a tad into Westside territory.
And this will be an interesting situation here. Brings up 4th down and 4 to go, but the punting team is coming on. They'll try to put it, down inside the 10-yard line. Creighton Prep going to punt away here. So they have yet to get a first down.
Who knows, maybe we'll have a defensive game here, field position battle. Clean snap, punt is away, really high, not far at all. Everybody getting out of the way. It takes a not bad bounce for Creighton Prep, and it's up to the 30-yard line.
Well, that was only about a 25-yard punt there. Great position for the Westside to be in.
Westside will start their drive at the 30. First 2 drives ended with a touchdown from 18 yards out, and then a 3-and-out with a punt.
Yeah, that turnover at the start of the game on the opening kickoff, that's been the big play so far. And then Westside scored on an 18-yard run to take the lead 7-0. But they're trying to get this offense moving. They had some trouble with some penalties last time.
Warren in motion and a false start. Looked like either James or Justin Parrish who jumped, and I think it was the right tackle Parrish. So a killer and a Westside will start behind the sticks.
Hey, if you're going to have a penalty, let it be on the first down. First down 15, trying to get to the 40-yard line. You got Eli Johnson to the far side of the field.
1 to the near, 2 to the far. Jenkins at Warren's side, and they are going to hand it off to Jenkins on the first play. Jenkins busted to the outside, cuts back in. There he goes. Tay Jenkins off to the races. 1 man to beat, and he cannot beat him down the sideline. And a great tackle by Comic. And Jenkins is down at the 15, and finally Jenkins finds a gap. He breaks free for a long gain.
That was a 60-yard run by Tay Jenkins. I tell you what, he got to the short side of the field and made some moves and got into some open space and down the sidelines, but he got chased down all the way down at the 15.
RPO gets it to the outside, caught by Purify, trying to get it back inside. Gets a short gain of about 3 or 4.
Yeah, but it's a gain of 5. That's a good play. Mo had a huge game a week ago at Elkhorn South. He caught 2 touchdown passes and one on a play just like that where he made a nice move along the sidelines to get into the end zone. And again, they'll spread it out with 3 receivers and Jenkins in the backfield.
2nd and 5, Warren in motion. Gonna hand it off up the middle. Jenkins trying to burst through, but taken down, maybe a gain of 2. 3rd down and short situation in the red zone.
Boy, they are moving that line, though, Westside. There were some holes up there, and Tay found about 3 yards, and now it brings up 3rd down, maybe
3. 3rd and 1.
Yeah.
So I would assume here would be a run situation for Westside. Personally, I'd like to see a little bit of Quentin Warren Wildcat. They ran it out of quite a bit in the game against Elkhorn South. As Jenkins runs it up the middle. Did he get enough for the first down is the question. And yes, he did. That'll bring up 1st and goal. Big first down for Westside.
Boy, I tell you, it's getting tough down there. They're trying to tear the ball away from Jenkins as he goes in, but Tay held on to the ball. He's only 5'8", folks. Number 6. A little guy, but boy, he's got a lot of power and he's got a lot of speed.
Lots of options for Westside here in the red zone. Gonna fake it to him, looks. Warren fires in the end zone, touchdown Westside. Big play, it's Andrew Taggy in the end zone. The 4th man on this Westside receiving corps, and he catches his first touchdown of the season, and Westside with a 2-score lead.
Great play by Warren, kind of rolled out to his right, looked for the receiver in the middle of the end zone, and they got it. Now the extra point.
Snap, hold, good from Sherlizan, and we have a 14-0 lead.
Great start for the Warriors. on 2 possessions. They take it into the end zone. We're going to watch a replay here of this touchdown play. Watch Warren go to his right side. He looks into the middle of the end zone. Wide open is Taggy for the touchdown. Just a great combination right there. And we'll go to a break.
Welcome back to WTV Live Network. I'm Hunter Valopek, alongside me, Ross Sternstrom. Westside with a 14-0 lead here in the backyard rivalry between the Warriors and the Creighton Prep Junior Jays as Sherlazin kicks it away straight into the end zone for a touchback.
Well, the Warriors off to a great start here in this rivalry matchup. The Warriors scored on their opening possession of the game, and then on their third possession, big play by Tay Jenkins, a 60-yard run down the field to about the 15-yard line, and then a touchdown pass by Warren to make it 14-0. So off to a good start here for the Warriors, and we'll see if Creighton Prep can get anything going on offense. They have yet to get a first down in this game.
Back-to-back 3-and-outs on their first 2 drives. And remember, they fumbled the opening kickoff, so Westside will get possession to start the second half. Lammers looks, fires it over the middle. It's caught closer to the near side. Galladay right there to make the catch in the middle of the zone, and it'll bring up a first down. It'll bring up the second first down for Creighton Prep. They had one on their first drive of the day.
Well, Galladay got that open space in the zone defense, and the quarterback found him for a first down, their first of the game. And we'll see if they're going to go to the passing game because it seems to work.
I formation, 11 personnel at the front. They're going to hand it off. Walker stuffed immediately. No gain on the play, and they have done a good job right now of stuffing the play, and the flag comes in late. A little bit of extracurriculars, and we'll see who that flag is on. It's going to be a personal foul on Westside.
Well, you know what? In a game like this, it's a rivalry game. You're going to get a little physical. Some tempers will flare. But that's a big, big penalty against Westside and brings up first down on the 49-yard line of Westside.
Lammers fakes the handoff, fires it over to the far side. Caught. Couple broken tackles and finally taken down. Preston Woodward gets about 6.
You know, that's a nice play. Quick pass to the outside, get some yardage. Brings up second down and only 4 yards to go. But that's the way Creighton Prep can win this game. Little short passes like that, move the ball downfield, but they got to be consistent with it.
Lammers once back in shotgun, hands it off to Walker. Walker pummeled immediately at the front and taken down. No gain on the play. It was Spencer Stute who was the spearhead.
I'll tell you what, the Westside interior defense has been spectacular here in this game, the way they've stopped the run. I mean, John Paul Ryan and Monte Costello, the 2 linebackers in the middle, they're doing a great job of really stuffing the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage.
Third down and about 5. And the Jays at the Westside 45. Fakes the handoff, fires it, tipped at the line, and it's incomplete. Flag flew in. I would assume it would rather be an illegal shift or an illegal formation on, looked like Galladay. Or it's a sideline warning against Westside, so.
I tell you what, well, the assistant coaches on defense for Westside just a little animated down on the sidelines. Coach Lamongi's down there, but it's just a warning, No penalty on the Warriors.
So that will bring up 4th and 5, and the Jays are going to elect to go for it here. The play count of the incompletion. Might try to get him to jump offside. 7 left to go on the play clock. And timeout will be taken by the Jays, and we will take a timeout here on the WTV Live Network. 14-0 Westside. Welcome back to WTV Live Network. Creighton Prep electing to go for it. They're going to run play action. Lammers looks, fires, incomplete. Broken up. Looking for Comic. And Westside forces the turnover on downs, and they will get the ball at about their own 45.
Great defense by the Warriors. Good coverage in the secondary. Nobody was open. They kind of a desperation pass there because the pass rush was really quick for the Warriors off that kind of bootleg pass from the quarterback. But now Westside, great position right now on the 44-yard line. See if they can get on the board for the 3rd time tonight.
Last drive punctuated. Tay Jenkins had a 60-yard run, ended with a 15-yard touchdown to Andrew Taggy. Warren. Throwers caught over the middle. Mo Purify makes 1-man miss, makes 2-man miss, and finally taken down at the 40-yard line. First down, Westside.
You know, I talked to Mo Purify earlier this week on our Westside Wired feature Tackle Talk, and Mo was pretty confident of playing this rivalry game against Westside, and he's shown it tonight.
They're going to hand it off. Jenkins crunched immediately. It was Angelo Walker on the defensive end making his statement known.
Well, we'll see if Westside can kind of mix it up here with the pass play. Loss of 1 right there, so 2nd down and 11.
So loss of 1 on the play. Unusual start to the drive for Tay Jenkins. Warren hands it off again. This time Jenkins finds the hole. Can he get through? There he goes. Tay Jenkins goes all the way. Touchdown Westside, and he's giving the middle school student section some love.
Oh, you gotta love it. Tay, he always goes into the middle school students who sit in the end zone. They're down there on that left side of the field. There's some bleachers there for those students who are in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and he loves to run to them, and they give him a big hug, but a great play. And we'll see this one more time. Just kind of breaks a tackle right there, and then down the sidelines
he goes. He's got
he
unmatched speed.
Oh, yeah, great breakaway speed.
Try is good by Sherlazin, and Westside takes a 21-0 lead, and we'll take a break on the WTV Live Network. Welcome back to WTV Live Network. I'm Hunter Valopek, alongside me the legendary Ross Jernstrom. And we have a good one here. Number 2 Westside against number 1 Creighton Prep in the wild card poll. And Westside coming out swinging 21-0 already in the first quarter, punctuated by 2 Tay Jenkins touchdowns.
Yeah, you remember a year ago, Westside beat Creighton Prep in the playoffs 44-7. And this is kind of reminiscent of that. We'll see if Prep can try to make a comeback here.
Preston Woodward takes it out, tripped up at about the 25-yard line. That's where the Junior Jays will start their drive.
You know, I thought last time Creighton Prep kind of mixed it up, a little run, little pass, short passes, and it seemed to work, but every time they've tried to go up the middle, they haven't had any success against this Westside defense. And Graham Hoffert, the nose tackle, and John Paul Ryan and Monty Costello in that inside have really stuffed the Creighton Prep running game at the line of scrimmage, and they might have maybe 5 yards so far in the game.
3.
Yeah, I mean, that is amazing.
Walker has five carries for 3 yards, and his longest is 2 yards. In motion Corrigan into the backfield. They're going to fake the handoff, scratch that. They're going to hand it off on a little jet sweep. And it works out really well for the Junior Jays as they get a gain of 12.
Yeah, that's probably one of their best offensive plays tonight. A little misdirection, and that seemed to work for the Junior Jays, and they get a first down at the 35.
And you can tell the game in rushing yards. Walker for Creighton Prep, 3 yards. Tay Jenkins for Westside, 117 in 2 touchdowns.
Interesting.
Lammers in the backfield. Fakes the handoff, a little bubble screen to the outside, caught by Woodward. Woodward cuts it back up the middle. Stopped immediately by Quentin Warren. And about a gain of 4 or 5.
They'll put it down at about the 44-yard or the 39-yard line, but that's how they've got to do it. The quick passes to the outside, get a few yards, but they got to be consistent of that, and it looks like this will be the final play of the first quarter.
Prep has time to run one more play. Depends on what they do. Lammers directing traffic, directing the offense, still waiting, and we'll let the quarter run out. And Ross, good start for Westside. 3 scores.
You couldn't ask for a better start. 21-0, and they're shooting T-shirts out here at Phelps Field, and we're getting ready for the second quarter.
And we'll take a break here on the WTV Live Network. 21-0 Warriors over Jays. Welcome back to WTV Live Network. Immediately, Lammers gets the offense ready to go. Corrigan in motion. They're going to hand it off to Walker. Walker bounces off one guard, but then immediately stopped. It looks like a loss of 1. And you can't describe this Westside rush defense now. It's been pretty immaculate.
They've been really good. I mean, they're getting better every week, and they really are showing some really good effort tonight against a really good Creighton Prep offensive line. That's been one of their strengths this season, and that's how they won the game against Central, was their running game with Angelo Walker, but we haven't been able to see that tonight.
Lammers fakes the handoff. Flag flies in on both sides. Fires. It is incomplete. Reed McIntyre in coverage. It was Komick, the intended receiver, and we'll check the flag.
It's either illegal motion or offside. and it looks like it's going against Creighton Prep. Illegal procedure. So that'll move it back 5 yards.
Depending on if they want to accept the penalty or decline it.
Well, it looks like they declined it, so that'll bring up 3rd down.
It's going to be like 4th down, actually.
4th down now, yep. And this time they will bring the punting team out. Last time they went for the block. We'll see if they go for the block this time, and it looks like they're putting everybody up on the line.
They got a muffed punt from Elkhorn South last week. They send the house, nearly got there, and flag flies in, as this one could be a 1st down depending on the severity. There's roughing the kicker and running into the kicker, and we'll see what they're going to call.
They brought the whole house on that time on that punt. Everybody, 9 guys rushed in, and boy, I'll tell you what, they almost got to the punter, and when they did get to the punter, they roughed him up, so this will be a 1st down for Creighton Prep.
Yeah, roughing on Creighton Prep.
Get down.
So a big penalty against Westside, and Prep with a free down coming off of the punt with 11:06 left to play here in the 1st. Lammers leads his unit back out there, trying to punch their ticket onto the scoreboard. And he'll be under center, two in the back I formation. Gonna play action it. Quentin Warren coming off the blind side, fires, incomplete. Bryce Williams there, but they're gonna get him for PI.
Yeah, and you can see the Junior J student body get excited. Let's take a look at the play one more time. Throws over to the far side, and you know what? Bryson, I think, might have pushed him a little too early. He went down, and that's what they called. I think it was contact a little too early. I think that's a good call.
So back-to-back 15-yard penalties against the Warriors. It's 33 yards. Lammers hands it off. Walker stuffed. So no gain on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Walker right now, 6 carries for 2 yards. And they have 14 yards total on the ground. One of them was carried by Jay Carney, who had 12 on a jet sweep. Lammers back under center. Fake it to Walker, rolls out, play action bootleg, floats it up, it's caught, fumbled! Never mind, it's incomplete.
Yeah, he looked like he was going to run before he caught the pass. Kind of looped it in there. But it would have been a 1st down for Creighton Prep on that. Good play by Creighton Prep, just kind of a rollout to the tight end right there, but they couldn't catch it.
It was the fullback, Colin Corrigan, who was trying to catch it. It'll bring up 3rd down. Decision time here if you don't get it here on 3rd down. You have 2 plays going into the huddle. Lammers drops back, looks over the middle, now escapes, gonna try a run for it, tripped up.
Oh, great play by the Warriors to get the quarterback short of the 30-yard line. That'll bring up about 4th down and maybe about 6.
Spencer Stuthheit lost his helmet but made the tackle. It'll bring up 4th down, and Lammers is still out there. So if they try to get him to jump off sides, it's 4th and 10. But decision time, actually. And it'll be another big stop for the Westside defense. They've already forced Creighton Prep turnovers on down once. Trips right, trips in near, one out to the far side. Lammers back to pass. Westside sending one blitzer, tosses it over the middle, and it's caught. Does he have enough for the first down? And it looks like he had just enough for the first down, and it's Sheldon Galladay.
Boy, it
Gets
wasn't
the
by
big catch.
much. I'll tell you what, that was the receiver just got out there to about the 21, didn't get much yardage after the catch, but it was enough for the first down at the 21-yard line.
The Junior Jays passing game has been the biggest part of their offense. I thought coming in it would be more of Angelo Walker in the rushing attack, but gonna hand it off up the middle. Walker finally breaks through and gets a gain of about 8, and maybe that will instill some confidence back up.
Zoom it.
9-yard pickup, 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1. That was a gain of 9 for Angelo Walker. I formation, 11 personnel out for the Jays. Under center, Lammers will hand it off. Trying to bounce off tacklers, but the Westside defensive line gets there just in time. Burke Brown was there, and that will bring up 3rd down.
Great interior work by that Westside defense. They really have stuffed up the middle, and they have not been able to get much of anything here in this first half, running the ball up the middle. Most of the yardage has been on short passes.
Third down, and before that, we'll get a timeout taken by Creighton Prep, and we'll take a timeout here on the WTV Live Network. Welcome back to WTV Live Network. Hunter Valapek, Ross Dernstrom alongside me. 8:06 left to go here in the second quarter in a pivotal drive for Creighton Prep to try to keep themselves in the game. 3rd and 1 on the west side red zone. Walker runs it up the side. He has enough for the first down, breaking into the west side 10 up to the 7.
Great run right there by Walker. Took the pitch out to the far right side and found some room for the first down. Got some extra yardage there down to about the 7-yard line. So this will be 1st and 10 from the 7, 1st and goal. Creighton Prep really needs to get this ball in the end zone. They can't settle for a field goal.
They got 4 tries to do it.
Yeah.
Get 4 tries for 6 yards.
Yep.
And you have one of the best running backs in the state in Angelo Walker. I would assume you go with the run, and they're going to run a counter play. Walker gets it to about the 6, maybe the 5-yard line. Gain of 1.
Well, Walker's the guy who really powered them to victory in their big win over Central over at Burke Stadium a few weeks ago. And they were tough down in the red zone running the ball, and that's how they scored their touchdowns. He had 3 in that game, so they're probably going to go with Walker again as much as they can.
I formation, 13 left on the play clock. Corrigan in motion. Going to hand it off once more. Walker bruising his way up to about the 5.
And I don't think he gained anything on that play. Westside again with those guys in the middle. Graham Hoffert doing a great job right there, and John Paul Ryan really stuffing the interior right there to stop the Junior J offense from getting into the end zone. This will be a big play. Maybe a rollout, maybe an option.
Well, it's 3rd down and goal. goal-to-go situation for the Junior Jays. 6:15 left, down by 3 possessions. Lammers gonna take the snap, rolls out to his right, looking for anybody in the end zone. Pressure finally gets back there, and he will be taken down. A sack on the play.
Now the question is, does Creighton Prep decide to just kick a field goal? And it looks like they are. They're going to bring the kicking team out just to get on the scoreboard right here. And this will be about a 24-yard field goal.
Don Caniglia to hold. Looks like Rory McGarry on to kick it. The lefty, snap, hold, kick is up, and it is angling through, and Creighton Prep is on the board.
It wasn't the prettiest kick, but it made it between the uprights, just barely though. Kind of a delay kick, but they're on the scoreboard, 21-3.
And we will take a break here on the WTV Live Network. 21-3, Prep finally gets on the board. Welcome back to WTV Live Network. 21-3, Creighton Prep finally gets on the board with a field goal, and Westside with an opportunity to strike back. They kick, McGarry kicks it away. It'll be Tay Jenkins. Returned a touchdown last week against Elkhorn South, and he breaks through here. Tay Jenkins, he's gone! Tay Jenkins! Give him a house call! Touchdown Westside! Holy Toledo!
What a return by Tay Jenkins. For the second week in a row, the junior running back returns a kickoff all the way for a touchdown. Last week he did it against Elkhorn South, 88 yards. He does it again tonight against Creighton Prep. Just a super job by the Warriors on their special teams, and Westside is a great position here.
Tay Jenkins running it back over 90 yards to the house and they're going to call a sideline warning on Westside. It's their second one, so I would assume it would be a 15-yard penalty. So it's a sideline warning. It's a sideline warning on Westside. I would assume you probably do it to the kickoff if that's a 15-yard penalty, because that's their second infraction. As Sherlizin on for the extra point. And no offense needed. 7 points for Westside off of Tay Jenkins' back. And we'll take a replay here at this return. Got it, broke through a gap, and he has unmatched speed. Watch, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got a fast 40-yard time.
I'll tell you what, this is a great recruiting film for him. Tay Jenkins, only a junior, but I'm telling you, he's having quite a night tonight. Yet earlier he had a run of about 60 yards, and now another kickoff return for the second week in a row. And now, look at this. I mean, how many touchdowns does he have for the season? I think he's up to 23 now.
Let's see, with the 20, I believe he has 24. That already broke his record from last year. And he is one of the state leaders in points scored.
Well, he is the leading scorer in the state in scoring.
That's kind of surprising with Jet Tamala and all those other guys at Miller South.
But I'm telling you, I mean, he is so valuable for this team. And he is just having quite a night. And he's getting better every week, not only running the ball, but on special teams.
Second consecutive game where Jenkins returned a kickoff. He had a few last year as well. Sherlazin kicks it away, low angling kick, returnable for Corrigan. For Galladay. Galladay breaks it to the outside, breaks a tackle up to the 40-yard line where he'll be stopped, and he'll get a few extra and good starting field position for Galladay, and flags come in late.
Yeah, there was a little extracurricular activities, and it was on the Warriors after the play, a little pushing around.
Looks like,
and
I think it's Micah Benning. They had to force him back, and if it goes against Westside, it'll be it is against Micah Benning. So that will be an extra 15 yards, and Creighton Prep will start at the Westside 40.
Well, you know, tempers are flaring here between these two rivals. I mean, this is a lot of history between these two schools and a lot of talk. But that one goes against the Warriors, and great field position for Creighton Prep.
Lammer looks, short side caught, and Westside immediately swarms in a short gain on the first play for Creighton Prep.
So it's the big plays tonight that are making a difference for Westside. Kickoff return, long runs. It's really been just a great night for the Warriors on their special teams and their offense. Probably the worst part for the Warriors has been the penalties. They've had 3 15-yard penalties tonight.
5 penalties for 65 yards against Westside. Lammer, low snap, cleanly hands it off. Walker breaks loose, and he is going down at the 5. Bryson Williams had him by a toe, and he knocks him down.
Walker just kind of popped loose out of that big group of players down at the line of scrimmage. He just kind of popped loose and broke to the outside. Westside finally dragged him down about the 4-yard line, but Walker really came up big on that play, and he's the workhorse for this Creighton Prep offense, and he's got to get on track if the Junior Jays are going to make a difference in this game.
I would assume here you go with Walker. Lammer and a false start.
And that's got to be on Creighton Prep right there. No, it's on the Warriors.
Encroachment, okay. It looked like Creighton Prep was trying to call a timeout at the end of that play clock. And on that last play, Walker, 32-yard rush, his longest of the day, and a much-needed boost of energy. Now first and goal at the 2. Walker going to take it in. The Wildcat bulldozes his way. No signal yet. And he's in. Touchdown, Junior Jays.
Well, that was a great series of runs. Started off by that penalty out at midfield, gave him 15 yards, and then the run by Walker. That's what Creighton Prep needed here with just a few minutes left in this first half. And they're going to go for 2 here.
Odd formation here, and now they're going to bring them together.
Okay.
McGarry back on to kick it. Snap, hold, and good. And we'll take it back. We'll take it back to that touchdown play. Just a Wildcat formation, good blocking up the middle, and only needed 2, so good play on that regard. And Creighton Prep gets their first touchdown, and we'll take a break here on the WTV Live Network. 28-10, Westside. Welcome back to WTV Live Network. I'm Hunter Valepek, alongside me, Ross Sternstrom. 28-10, Creighton Prep finally broke through, as it's going to be the up man, Quentin Warren, to take the return. And Warren going to take it to about the 35-yard line. That's where Westside will start. And Creighton Prep learned their lesson with Tay Jenkins.
They have, and I'll tell you what, Westside can put up a good drive here and kind of run out the clock here in the first half. They got 4 minutes left, all their timeouts, so they can move the ball downfield to go 65 yards. Let's see if they can do it here to close out the first half.
Warren with Jenkins at his side. Halfback draw going to give it to him. Jenkins tries to leap over, but is met and punished after a gain of 3.
Tay trying to hurdle the defender there. Didn't get much on the yardage, but it was a gain of 3. So I like this formula, just having running the ball with Jenkins. It's worked for him so far. They'll have 4 receivers out there.
Warren just going to dump it off a screen pass. Jenkins is dangerous in this situation. Jenkins breaks a tackle, gets a first down, still on his feet, go up to midfield, and that's where he'll be stopped. And Westside with another first down, and they're starting their move. And comparing this to the last home game we did against Central, Westside seems like a whole different team. They are moving the ball with efficiency.
Absolutely. I mean, this Westside offense has been perfect so far in this game, the way they've played, mixing it up with the run and the pass, and Tay-Tay's having one of his best games of the season.
Read option taken by Warren, breaks it loose to the 10, puts his head down, and gets another couple yards, and that's what you want to see out of your quarterback, toughness, E.T.
And that's what worries me sometimes when he runs the ball, and but he took some hits there, and he's right back up there running this offense, getting the signal from the sideline on what play to run. But they still got just a couple minutes left in this first half. Put some more points on the board.
Clock still ticking, Westside at the 37. Trips out to the far side. Warren back to pass, looks over the middle, caught. Breaking a couple of tackles, still on his feet. It's the Iowa State commit, Bryce Williams, and he'll get 10 and enough for a first down.
Bryson, one of those players that can play both ways. An excellent defensive back, leads the state in interceptions with 4, but also a good receiver, and that's why Iowa State likes him. He's having a great senior year.
There's a penalty at the end of the play. Tacked onto it, goes against the Creighton Prep, and that will advance him all the way to about near the 10-yard line.
Was that a personal foul?
I believe it was a personal foul.
Yeah, things are a little chippy out there between these two teams. Little stuff after each play ends, both on Westside and now on Creighton Prep.
Now they're down to about the Creighton Prep 12, and this is where Westside is most dangerous in the red zone. And quickly the refs go in and
Lamanji called timeout.
And we'll take a timeout here on the WTV Live Network. 28-10 Westside on the verge of scoring. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to WTV Live Network. 2 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Westside with a commanding 18-point lead over the Creighton Prep Junior Jays. Be 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Gonna hand it off, far side. Jenkins trying to make some man miss and gets up to about the 10. And you could see it in Tay Jenkins. He's a patient man, waiting in the backfield and trying to find the gaps. And once he hits them, he's dangerous.
Well, he has that explosiveness and that extra gear when he gets into the open field and he gets that block. He can just break away and get the big run. And, I mean, he's only 5'8", but, boy, he's got some explosiveness in him.
Westside running down the clock with now just a minute and some change. Going to hand it off. It's going to be, looks like Quentin Warren there to run for it.
That's something I haven't seen him do.
No relation.
Quentin Warren kind of in the tailback role right there. Gets the handoff. It's usually Tay back there, but Tay was a flanker there to the left side. I thought it might be a pass play to him, but that one was with Quentin Warren in the backfield.
Jenkins is the lead back, but behind him is Quentin Malone. As they're going to fake it, Warren takes it up the middle. Touchdown, Warriors. And it's the quarterback, Braylon Warren, busting his way into the end zone, and it is a lot more quieter over in the Junior J student section. 34-10 left to go.
43 seconds left in the first half. Westside, just a great run by Braylon Warren, just kind of followed his
after the extra point.
Yeah.
Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good by Tyler Hanna. And we'll go back to that last play.
Watch Warren just follow his blockers over that right side. Big hole and just dives into the end zone for the touchdown. Great run by Braylon Warren, the junior quarterback, having a great night against this Creighton Prep defense.
We'll take a break here on the WTV Live Network. 43 seconds left to go. Westside up by 25. We're back here on the WTV Live Network. All smiles on the West Side home side. 35-10. Warriors leading it over Creighton Prep here in the edition of the Backyard Rivalry. Sherlazin kicks it away, and it's in for a touchback. And let's go back through the history before this next drive. This game has been played every year since 1958. Westside has won the last 9, including a couple of playoffs wins, and Creighton Prep hasn't won since 2017.
So this will be the 10th win in a row if Westside comes out on top tonight, which looks like it's going to happen. I mean, they have dominated this rivalry in the last 10 years. And Tim Yonk, the Creighton Prep head coach, this is his, I believe, 9th season over there at Creighton Prep. Came over from Omaha Gross. Coach Yonk was a fullback for the University of Nebraska. Had some touchdowns for the Huskers, but one of those blocking fullbacks back in the days with Tom Osborne, and he's brought that offense, much like that I formation with the Huskers, to Creighton Prep. And we'll see if Creighton Prep does anything here in the final seconds, or they're just going to run the clock.
Timeout taken by Westside, and we'll talk more about this. This is the 67th iteration of the rivalry, and you said it, Westside has dominated over these past 10 seasons, but in the early days, it was really Creighton Prep, and mainly in the 80s when they won 5 state championships in a row.
Hunter, I'll tell you what, I covered all 5 of those Creighton Prep teams in the 80s, and in 1985, they had a quarterback by the name of Dave Jandrick who ended up going to Notre Dame. along with Mickey Anderson, who was a lineman and went on to Notre Dame too. Just a great team. They had like 8 All-Staters on their team. They were just amazing, but they dominated every opponent. Right up there with that 1982 Westside football team that won back-to-back state titles. And Creighton Prep just started a dynasty under head coach Tom Jaworski there in those late 80s, won 5 state championships in a row. They just dominated high school football during that time. But that 1985 team, along with the Westside team, rank is 2 of the best ever.
Lammer hands it off to Walker, manages to split the gap, still chugging his way for a gain of 10. And I would assume Creighton Prep's going to go into the locker room.
Yeah, the clock's just going to keep running here. No, they're going to try to do one more play here. We'll see what happens.
They're going to hand it off once again. First down. That should momentarily stop the clock while they move the chains, but maybe one more play here before halftime. But we've seen it all in these last 3 games for Westside. Put up 56 against Fremont and back-to-back 35-pointers against Elkhorn South and Creighton Prep.
And it looks like the clock will run out, and that'll be the end of the first half with Westside up by the score of 35-10 over Creighton Prep.
And we'll take you through some stats here really quick. Westside 172 yards to Creighton Prep's 123. 146 of them coming on the ground for Westside.
But the big play, I think, of this game was that kickoff return by Tay Jenkins. For the second week in a row, he goes all the way for a touchdown. Special teams making a big difference for Westside. They had the turnover on the opening kickoff, and they got a kickoff return for a touchdown. So 2 big plays on their special teams have made a difference. And we'll kind of keep it here, show you the halftime show, folks, and we'll watch that. This is the final regular season home game for the Warriors, so stick around and we'll show you the halftime show with the Warrior Marching Band.
Give it up for the Westside Kids team. Leslie and Chris King. Axel Luber, child of Mike Luber and Samantha De La Garza. Evie Lunsford, child of Aaron and Judd Lunsford. Aaron Wiley, child of Howard and Laura Wiley. Tristan Martin, child of Michelle and Larry Hancock, also Robert and Pamela Martin. Michael Mosier, child of Dwayne Mosier and Vivian Mosier. Rico Bryant, child of Jeffrey and Asia O'Brien. Megan Overley, child of Matt and Betty Overley. Bakari Bakuam, child of Julian and Magda Bakuam. Maddie Rivera, child of Mike Rivera and Jessica Diamond. Sarah Roslenik, child of Rich Roslenik. Lizzie Swanson, child of Mitch and Kendra Swanson. Audrey Taylor, escorted by Vaughn and Brittany Taylor. Aaron Turnus, child of Kevin Turnus and Charlotte Kurz. Rylan Trumley, child of Dan and Angie Trumley. And Kevin Whittree, child of Chris and Jen Whittree. Thank you all so much to our 2025 band seniors and for your dedication to our Warrior Band program. Warrior Band will now continue with the performance of the 2025 competition show entitled Everything in Its Right Place. This year's show includes music from the Hall of Fame rock band Radiohead, as well as original music by Ian Grom and John Mapes. Featured soloists for tonight's performance were Lizzie Swanson on the alto sax, Logan Top on the trumpet, and Ben Jacobson also on the trumpet. The Warrior Band ends their competitive season next week, October 25th, at the State Marching Festival at Bill Stadium. Warrior Band will perform at 7 o'clock. We would love to see massive support from the Westside community as they end the marching season strong. Westside High School is proud to present an exhibition. Drum majors Milo Freeze, Christian Wong, and Kelly Wong, and the 2025 Westside High School Warrior Band.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to WTV Live Network. I'm Hunter Valapek alongside me, Ross Jernstrom. Second half of football coming up next between Westside and Creighton Prep, and the battle for number one in the wild card poll. And right now it's been all Westside. 35 first half points, including a combined 3 touchdowns by Tay Jenkins.
Well, Westside really took command from the opening kickoff. They got a turnover, got the ball at the 18-yard line on the first play from scrimmage. Tay Jenkins took it in from 18 yards out around the right side for a touchdown. And Tay Jenkins, folks, has had a tremendous first half. He had about a 90-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. He had another 60-yard run in the game. So he's done it on special teams, on offense, and he's really been the difference in the game. And here we go with the second half kickoff. And Hunter, take it away.
It will be Rory McGarry, the lefty, to kick it off. And like you said, it's been an all Tay Jenkins game. Transferred over from Creighton Preps to start his sophomore year as they go with a little squid kick. It'll be the up man. Looks like Quentin Warren to take it, and it's up to the 30. And yeah, Creighton Prep has definitely learned their lesson about Tay Jenkins in the returning game.
They sure have. And let's see where Westside is with a 25-point lead here to start the second half. And they'll start their drive from about the 30-yard line, it looks like.
And I think this is going to be a drive. It's going to be the most pivotal drive of the game right here. If Westside scores a touchdown, it's going to be out of reach.
Well, they want to set the tone here in the second half and, keep up that momentum that they had from the end of the first half and keep it going.
3 in the backfield. Warren, Jenkins, they're going to fake the handoff to Warren. Looks, has Jenkins wide open, breaks a tackle, and is up to the 45, now down to the 43 of Creighton Prep, and a new set of downs for Westside, and a good start to the opener.
I really like that play where Tay goes in the flat out of the backfield, and they throw about a 15-yard pass, and then he gets so many yards after the catch, and he has such a weapon with him with the ball in his hands, does such a great job.
Warren, little handoff, maybe a little slow mesh RPO there, gets about 3.
Kind of a delay handoff there, but they still get a gain of about maybe 3 or 4 yards. Trying to keep this drive alive here early to start the second half.
Second and about 7 for Westside. First minute here of the second half, 35-10. Westside's done it on the ground, a little bit through the air, but it's been the Tay Jenkins show. 3 out to the far side. Warren back to pass, steps up in the pocket, looks to run, now fires it. It's caught by Eli Johnson, breaks a tackle, gets to the far side, still on his feet, and is tripped up out of bounds. And the first catch for Eli Johnson today is a big one, a gain of about 20 and a first down.
Yeah, Warren just kind of dumped it off. Looked like he was going to run up the middle. Found Johnson open, and Eli got a lot of yards, got a few blocks and a breakaway to get down to the sidelines. And it'll be 1st and 10 down about the 20-yard line.
Warren hasn't had many opportunities to throw, but he's 7 for 9 on the day for 97 yards. Warren hands it off. Jenkins finds a hole. There he goes, and he is in with a walk-in touchdown. Tay Jenkins, his 4th touchdown of the day, 3rd rushing in the middle school, giving him some love.
You gotta love it. Tay into the middle school cheering section again, gets lifted up by his teammates, and another touchdown for Tay Jenkins, the leading scorer in the state. And what is that now, 25 touchdowns on the season?
I believe so, yeah, 25 or 26, and now you can see the prep student section starting to clear out. And it's their former guy, Tay Jenkins, with the extra point. And we'll see it here again.
Yeah, watch, it's kind of a almost untouched going into the end zone. Kind of goes right through, makes a pivot to the right and then to the left, and untouched into the end zone. Just a great play by Tay Jenkins. He's just got that explosiveness, and that makes a difference.
Yeah, it's been an absolutely good game, and we'll take a break here on the WTV Live Network. 42-10. Welcome everybody back to the WTV Live Network. 10:39 left to go here in the third. And Creighton Prep looking for some answers as they're down 42-10 against Westside. Sherla's in on to kick it away. And they'll let it go for a touchback. And assuming how Westside's been playing, Creighton Prep will suffer their first loss of the season.
Yeah, and I don't think many people expected this wide a margin in this game. I just thought Creighton Prep would come into this game with, a lot more offensive fireworks, because that's what they've
Been known for this season.
Yeah, I mean, they're the way they've gone to an undefeated season so far is just the way that they've run the ball, and they haven't had any success tonight at all doing that, except they're maybe late in the second quarter.
Angelo Walker, who's the lead back for Creighton Prep, 13 carries for 47 yards. As he takes the carry, bounces it to the outside, and that's why he is crushed at the line of scrimmage. Bryce Williams coming from his safety spot.
Wow, I'll tell you what, he really came up and stuffed him there at the line of the scrimmage on that end run, and I think he lost a yard on the play. Great aggressiveness there by the Westside defense.
Second and 11. 19.
And Creighton Prep has been a primarily run team. They have slung the ball a bit more than usual, 9 for 13 from Jack Lammers. But it's been a good day for the Warrior offense as they'll take it. Walker gets it and a gain of about 5 yards.
Picks up positive yards this time. Makes his way to the 23.
So it'll bring up now third and about 7.
Big play here for Creighton Prep just to kind of keep this drive alive.
Third down and 7, clock ticking away, just under 9 minutes, near 9 minutes here in the third. Lammers, RPO, but stopped immediately. And timeout will be taken by Creighton Prep, and we'll take a timeout here on the WTV Live Network. 9:10 left, 42-10. Third down and about 7. They're going to fake the handoff. Great pass protection. Throws it deep for Galladay. Incomplete. Eli Johnson nearly having the interceptions off his hands. Strapped down defense, and that'll bring up fourth down. And it looks like the punt team will come out for Creighton Prep once more.
Well, I'll tell you what, Creighton Prep, that's one way to get back in this game. Just kind of throw it downfield. Maybe you'll get the catch. Maybe you'll get pass interference. But didn't work that time for the Junior Jays, and now brings up a punting situation. And Bryson Williams will be back there for Westside. We'll see if they can do something on their special teams, which they have done very well tonight.
Eli Johnson, the return man. Last time Prep punted, it was a roughing the punter as he gets it away. High angling kick. Johnson doesn't call for the fair catch. He returns it into Prep territory. Scrimped immediately and pile driven into the ground, but they'll mark forward progress down at the 45 of Creighton Prep.
Good return by Williams up to the 45-yard line. Bryson is kind of does it all for the Warriors on offense and defense, one of the best defensive backs in the state with 4 interceptions, but he also does very well on his punt returns and special teams. So Westside has really done a lot here with their special teams with Tay Jenkins, Bryson Williams, and they'll start this drive at the 45.
First down and 10 for the Warriors. Looking to just pile it on now against their rivals as Jenkins runs it up the middle, breaks a tackle, and gets to the 30-yard line, a gain of 15.
I'll tell you what, for 5'8", he just kind of squirts his way through the secondary there, gets extra yards every time he carries the ball. But Tay Jenkins putting on a show tonight for the Warriors.
I compare him a lot to Ashton Genty. He's a small back, but he has the toughness of a college-level running back, and he'll find the gaps. His patience is elite as he gets another carry, that time pretty well defended by the Jays as they only give him for a gain of 1.
Yeah, if I'm Creighton Prep, you're just keying on him as much as you can. You know, looking back at the Central game, that was one of the things that Central did very well. They did not allow him to get many yards in between the tackles, and the only way he scored was on pass plays. So there is a formula to stop Tay, but not tonight.
See, it'll be good to see Warren air the ball out, steps up in the pocket, now getting pressured, nowhere to go, now runs it. Warren gets up to near the 20, and he'll get about 21.
Yeah, Braylon couldn't find anybody open there. Prep did a good job of covering the receivers and just found some open space there, decided to take it himself. And Westside about a 3rd down and 2 to go down near about the 20-yard line.
Design keeper for Warren, fumbles the football, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah. Boy, you don't see that very often. Quentin to fumble the ball, but it squirted loose, and the ball just kind of rolled out of bounds, and now it brings up 3rd down and 3.
It'll bring up 4th down. So they're going to trot out Everett Sherlizin. He's kicked it from farther. It's from 42 yards out. He told me he's made about a 64-yarder in practice. Sherlizin, snap, hold. Kick is on the way. It is right down Broadway. And a big field goal for Westside.
Hey, I tell you what, that's a great field goal by Everett. And, boy, I tell you, the special teams for Westside are really doing something tonight, but that's a great thing. And now, Hunter, it is 35-point margin, and you know what that means.
Running clock.
A running clock. So when Creighton Prep gets the ball back, they will not stop it. And that 35-point margin is huge, so this game will move really quick.
Yeah, 35 points now with the running clock. For Westside, you really can't get anything better than this. You come into your rivalry game coming off a top 3 win in Elkhorn South, and you come out touring 21 points in the first quarter, and you're already up 45-10, like 5 minutes into the second half.
You know, ever since the Central game, the loss, you have watched Westside get better every week.
Yeah.
You know, they've improved. And I think they found some problems that they had in the Central loss, and that woke them up a little bit, and they're getting better every week. And you know what's down the line.
I've seen more improvement in their running game, or in their run-stopping game. We saw it last week. Elkhorn South has a great back in his own right. I see he's the second best back in the state in Jaden Sutko, and he was stuffed all game.
You're exactly right.
Against Westside.
And Walker, Sutko and Walker, 2 of the best running backs in the state, have not have any success running the football against Westside. And you know what, Hunter, when you look at down the road, if Westside plays Millard South has a tremendous passing game, but they're one-dimensional. They do not have a great running game. And I think when you look at that matchup, that's going to be one of the strengths Westside will have if they face them down the line.
Yeah, Millard South absolutely rung North Platte's belly yesterday, 84-0. That's a wild score line as Lammers to throw it into coverage, and it's incomplete, and there comes the laundry.
I'll tell you what, that's one way to move the ball downfield, hoping you get a pass interference call, and there it happened on Westside.
So that one will move the ball up to about, depending on 15 yards from where the play was, so about to the 35-yard line.
There you go, 35-yard line. That's where they're going to start this possession here.
First new set of downs for the Junior Jays. Set up 6:50 and counting left to go here in the running clock, up by 35. Low snap, handed off on the jet sweep. Nowhere to go, near broken tackle, but taken down. Flag flies in late. On the back of the play, it was Quentin Warren to make the tackle.
And there's a loss of about 5 yards on that play.
They might get somebody for holding. What it looks like originally, but so it's going to go against Creighton Prep. I think it was an illegal blindside block from what I can tell up here. And I think they're going to ask Coach Lamonji if they're going to decline it. So it is an illegal blindside block. And those 15 yards you gain with the pass interference, take them right back.
Yep. Goes both ways.
And that will bring up third and a country mile. It'll bring up first and a country mile.
Yeah, first down and 25 to go.
So first and 25 for the Jays. They are going to fake the handoff. A little bubble screen to the outside. Caught and punctured immediately.
And that clock will just tick away and tick away that you see on the screen. The 35-point margin is a running clock when you're up by 35 points in high school football. And I never thought I would see that tonight against Creighton Prep. A 30. I just didn't anticipate that, and here we are.
I also anticipated a closer game, but Westside has come out the gate swinging, and they punched Creighton Prep in the mouth early and often as they fake the handoff. Designed rollout, still looking, going to pitch it to Comic, and brutal tackle at about the 26-yard line. Reed McIntyre, the Northwest Missouri State commit, with the tackle.
You know, one thing, when you look at the screen, look to the right side and you can see the Creighton Prep student body. That student body was full all the way to the top of the bleachers on the opposite side of the field, and now it's maybe the first maybe 3 rows right there that you can see.
Out.
I mean, the student body did not come to support their team once they got behind.
Third down and a long ways to go. Lammer, free rusher, rolling, fires it over the middle. It's caught, breaking free, has some room. First down for Galladay, still on his feet. And Johnson finally slams him down inside Warrior territory. And a 3rd and 19 converted by the Jays, and they have a new set of downs in the Warriors.
And the biggest play of the night for the Junior Jays, a pass play that went all the way down to the 32-yard line. That, folks, has been their biggest gain of the night.
New set of downs, 1st and 10 at the 32, it looks like. Walker on the left side of Lammers. In motion Comic. Gonna hand it off to Walker. Pushing the pile forward and gets a gain of about 5.
Westside is tough in that interior line. Not much yardage there. Doing a good job. Especially those down linemen, Hedson Mead, Graham Hofford, and Owen James are doing a great job up front. Creighton Prep has not had hardly any success running the ball tonight.
Lammers gonna hand it off once again. Walker trying to peruse his way through the pile and gets about 1 yard. Third down.
Good job by the Warriors.
Their rushing defense has been really solid today, and especially coming off of the Central game where they ran all over them for 200 yards. It's been a nice ray of sunshine for the Westside defense. They've allowed Angelo Walker to 50 yards, and one of the rushes was 32 yards.
Yeah, Angelo Walker's been averaging 123 yards a game, third leading rusher in the state, and he has hardly had any success tonight running the ball.
Maybe a little botched snap, but still on his feet. It looked like
It was kind of like an inside reverse right there.
it looked like Michael Navarro.
Yeah, it was a nice play. Got him a first down to about the 16-yard line, but
It was Michael Navarro who got a little flex bone play right there, handing it to the inside man. Coming straight out of North Platte's playbook. I formation, full back with Walker, play action, looks far side, now coming back, and he'll just have to throw it away.
good defense by the Warriors there in the secondary. Nobody was open. Everybody was on the far right side of the field. Couldn't find a receiver, just kind of threw it away.
And it's a new quarterback who's been in for this drive. It's not Jack Lammers, it's Ben Leslie. He completed those 2 passes for 45 yards. So there's a correction there, and he's been perusing Creighton Prep on one of their first good drives of the day. As Leslie will be in the backfield. Fakes the handoff, fires it, caught. No gain for Comic as Bryce Williams, along with Andrew Taggy, hurls him down. And I'll bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, Quentin Warren out there first to touch the receiver, slowed him down, and actually no gain on that play. But this will bring up 3rd and 12 from the 18-yard line. Big play for the Junior Jays right here to try to keep this drive alive here in the final minute of the quarter.
3 in the backfield all at once. Play action, looking, fires it towards the end zone. Johnson in coverage, incomplete. Strapped down defense, looking for Galladay. And Johnson, great coverage. Didn't turn his back to the ball, but didn't make enough contact.
And it looks like that may be the final play of the 3rd quarter as the clock winds down here.
Clock ticking down, just under 10 seconds. McGarry on to kick the field goal, but clock will expire before that. And after the end of 3 quarters, Westside 45, Creighton Prep 10. We'll be back on the WTV Live Network. Welcome back to the WTV Live Network. McGarry on for the field goal, up and right down the middle. Second field goal of the day for McGarry. And that'll bring it to 45-13. So the clock will stop for the time being until Westside gets another point. Welcome back to WTV Live Network. Hunter Valopek alongside me, Ross Jernstrom. And Ross, I had no words a couple of weeks ago when Omaha Central came in and beat Westside. I have a lot of words now because Westside gonna win their 10th straight game at the Backyard Brawl.
You know what? There was so much hope for the Junior Jays coming into this game, and you just haven't seen it come out of them.
As Bryce Williams, the one to return it. Cuts to the middle. Bryce Williams still on his feet. And finally dragged down. He's not the main return man, but he gets it up to the 40-yard line. And he has been able to do it all. He passed for a touchdown last week. He had a pick six.
Yeah.
And if he would have had a receiving touchdown, I would have gone nuts.
Yeah, I remember that kind of reverse pass to Eli Johnson in the end zone against Elkhorn South. He kind of did everything that night, and just a kind of a great return. I thought the play was over, and he got an extra 15 yards on the play.
So Westside with possession, and they still keep their starters out there up by 32 points. Warren going from one side to the other, 3 out on the far, 1 to the near. Jenkins lined up in the backfield alongside Warren, and they'll hand it off to Jenkins. Cuts back, flag coming in as Jenkins gets about 5 yards, and we'll check the flag.
It looks like it'd probably be holding on the play. The flag was in the middle of the interior line that went down. Yeah, that'll be 15.
Yeah, you're correct, Ross. It is 15 yards. It's going to be holding, I believe. Unless it was something else, but I believe it'll bring up 1st and 20.
A 10-yard penalty, yeah.
Or it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul, so 1st and 19. And Braylon Warren hasn't even thrown 10 passes yet today. He's 7 for 9, but he's thrown for 97 yards and a touchdown. TJ Jenkins with 163 on the ground on 14 attempts. As he'll get play action. Looks, floats it back. It is. Nice little toe tap catch on the sideline by Mo Purify. And he gets it back up to the 40, so gain of about 10, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I really like the way Mo's been playing. Gets open last week, couple touchdowns against Elkhorn South. Tonight he's made some big plays too down near the goal line. So Mo Purify getting better every week.
Gonna fake the handoff. Braylon Warren gonna keep it. And he gets pushed up to about 3 yards short of the marker.
Yeah, Braylon doesn't run it that much, but he's showing some toughness tonight, going up the middle against this Junior J defense. Got about 9 yards on the play, brings up 3rd and short.
It's 3rd down and short.
So now 3rd and about 2. Trips out to the far side, 1 to the near. They're going to send Warren in motion back even at 2. They're going to hand it off. Jenkins breaks through. TJ Jenkins. Haven't we heard this story before? And he breaks more. Touchdown Westside. And added on to this powerhouse slugfest as Westside breaks 50.
What a run by Tay Jenkins. It looked like he was down. kind of put his arm down to not let his knee touch. Then he broke another tackle to get into the end zone. I'm telling you what, he's having a night to remember here. Tay Jenkins, the junior running back, leading the state in rushing and in scoring, and he's having the game of his life tonight against this Junior J team. Watch it one more time. Watch this run. He kind of breaks to the outside. Looks like he's going to go down right there, and then he gets back up, goes
Broke
into
two
the
tackles
end zone.
there at the end.
I'm telling you, what a run by Tay.
It's a great run by Jenkins. Sherlison on for the extra point. We had an injured Junior J, so he's got taken off the field, and now we'll have the extra point. And complete domination by Westside. Snap, hold good as Westside puts them up to 52, and we'll take a break here on the WTV Live Network, 52-13. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to WTV Live Network. Hunter Valapek alongside me, Ross Sternstrom. Westside breaks 50 as it's 52-13 in a slaughterfest of the Junior Jays. Sherlison boots it away. Beautiful kick out of the end zone for a touchback. And Ross, more than likely, with Westside's win today, they'll be #1 in the wild card.
Right. And they will have home field for the entire playoffs until the state championship game. And the way it is set up with Millard South with the loss, you could see them as the #4 seed.
That's I believe, the last projected I see is Millard South as the 4.
Right. And
depending on if Elkhorn South or Creighton Prep lose another game, which is not likely.
Right. And so that would mean that Westside would host Millard South here at Phelps Field in the semifinals.
That'd be probably a game of the century if it's really close. Gonna fake the handoff. Looks, it's Leslie. Fires, it's caught. Flag comes in. It's going to be roughing the passer. Tackle made by Mac Dre. And that'll be 15 yards tacked onto the play.
No, I think they just no, they are going to mark it off.
So yeah, it was roughing the passer. Clock's still running. Under 9 minutes left to go, and the one thing about Westside that's been bad this game has been the penalties. That's about the only qualm I can say about them.
Yeah, I thought some tempers flared, a little extracurricular activity after the play was over. Early in the game that happened, but these are play and penalties that just can't happen in a close game.
They're going to hand it off. No gain at all.
Yeah, I think that's a good observation, Hunter, that one thing that they have to work on is the penalties. We've seen some unsportsmanlike conduct. We've seen just roughing the passer. It just they're probably, up to 65, 70 yards in penalties probably.
You're wrong. They have more.
More, okay. How many?
9 for 107.
107 yards. I don't think I've seen that on a Westside team in a long time.
Nah.
107 yards in penalties. That's amazing.
New quarterback into the game is Noah Garden for the Junior Jays as he rolls out. Fakes the throw. Now dumps it off. It was a designed screen pass, and that's going for a loss. It was Jake Carney.
And I think the Creighton Prep student body, from what I can see,
It's
is down.
empty now.
I think it's down to about 20 students right now.
That's kind of crazy for what it was at the
Oh,
start
at
of
the
the game.
start, that whole bleacher was full to the top, and now it's down to just maybe 2 rows. Those are probably all the seniors who are there for their buddies.
Third down and 14. As the clock still ticks, Garden fires it way in front of the intended receiver, Brody Austin. And another 4th down and another punt for Creighton Prep. And they are at rock bottom right now in this game. But for Creighton Prep after this, you got a good – you have Norfolk as your final game. And then I would assume you're ahead of Elkhorn South and you'd be the 2nd seed or even the 3rd seed in the playoffs. So you have a good shot at the state championship round.
Yeah, they do. And also, it'll be interesting between if Creighton Prep and Elkhorn South are the 2 and 3 seeds in this.
And they're going to fake punt it. Breaking a tackle. He's got a 1st down, and I mean, why not at this point? A little trickeration from Creighton Prep. It was Angela Walker, who's the regular running back, but is also the punter. So he takes it for a big gain and a new set of downs for Creighton Prep.
And why not? Why not fake a punt here when they're down 52-13 with under 7 minutes to go in this game? What do you got to lose, you know?
What do you got to lose at this point? Honestly, I liked it.
Yeah, it was a good call by the coach.
A little fake punt once in a while doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
If it succeeds, though. If not, then it's not very good. As they're going to hand it off. No gain on the play by Kearney.
Yeah, they only had 4th down at about 5 to go, so there wasn't much yardage, but that turned into about a 30-yard gain.
Clock now at about 5:40. Westside coming out and absolutely putting Bell on Creighton Prep. They have done a spectacular job on offense, defense, and special teams, all 3 facets of the game. Rolling out Gardner, looks, still looking, fires it deep, and definitely some pass interference there with Brody Austin and Andrew Taggy getting tangled up near the 20-yard line. So now they're going to discuss. There may have been 2 flags on the play. So they're going to go discuss it. Maybe some offsetting penalties. Never mind, it's roughing the passer and pass interference. So they're going to take the roughing the passer penalty, and that'll bring up 1st down. And another penalty against Westside, and a lot of them have been for 10, 15 yards.
And now they're up to how many?
Well, let me check. Short answer is a lot.
It's around 130, isn't it?
Around that, I would assume with that penalty, 10 for about 122 as out of the backfield making the catch is, looks like Henry Owen there to make, scratch that Costantino, brings up 2nd down and about 2 at the Westside 7. 10 for 122, Ross. That's the penalties.
Man, that's something you got to work on. Because when you have a close game, that'll kill you in a game like that, penalties.
I formation. Garden under center. Going to hand it off. Wide open lane and a touchdown for Creighton Prep. It's going to be Jake Kearney for the touchdown. And bad news, Ross, we're now under 35 points, so no running clock anymore.
Yeah, 3:30 to go in this game. That's where they've marked it now, 3:30. And they'll, try this extra point here to make it up to 52-20.
we saw the backups getting a lot of action in these past couple of games. They put in the backups before halftime against Fremont as that extra point is through, and it's 52-20. And we'll talk about what's coming up next for both teams. For Creighton Prep, it's Norfolk. This is going to be their first time coming off of a loss. How do you think they got to bounce back?
Well, for Creighton Prep, are you talking about them coming back?
For Creighton Prep.
Yeah, I think, you just shake off this game and, it's their first loss of the season. You got to remember the last 2 years they've been 4-6 and 4-6. And, they can't hang their heads against losing to the number 1 seed Westside by this amount, even though it is their rival game. But they're still a very good football team, and they finish off the season next week with another win. They'll be 8-1. So you can't complain about that. And Westside, they'll play next Thursday night against Papillion down Monarch Field. So Westside will finish on the road next week, and then 2 weeks from tonight it'll be the opening round of the playoffs. And Westside, in all likelihood, will host all 3 playoff games before the state championship here at Phelps Field. So it's all shaping up here, Hunter, in the final weeks of the season.
3 extra games for us, as it's going to be returnable for the back man. It's going to be Eli Johnson. Breaks through a gap. It's correction. That was Mo Purify who took the return out to the 45. And
Mo showing some speed there in the special teams.
As the backups will come out for Westside and will be led by Jacob Schleifer. And they'll set up shop at their own 45, going to mark at the 44-yard line.
Just kind of run the ball here, let that clock run out. This stadium has really kind of almost cleared out about half the fans who were here. This was packed, just packed before the game.
As Quentin Malone takes a great stiff arm and taken out of bounds after a gain of about 11 or 12, and Quentin Malone's first carry is a good one.
Yeah, at 6 o'clock, even the Creighton Prep fans had a big tailgate in the Westside parking lot. They had an alumni event here for the Westside alumni. I mean, a lot of anticipation for this big matchup between the top 2 seeds in the state and this long-time rivalry between the 2 teams, Creighton Prep undefeated. But it's been all Westside tonight.
Schleifer takes a snap, hands it off Malone, stuffed immediately. No gain on the play, bring up 2nd down and 10 as this clock ticking under 2:30.
Well, folks, when this game ends, please stick around because we will interview our player of the game. And I don't think there's any doubt on who the player is.
I don't think there is either.
I mean, Tay Jenkins has had a career night tonight. He's done it all, and he's a tremendous back. It's why he leads the state in rushing and scoring. And this may have been the best game of his career at Westside, and it couldn't have come up against a better team that he used to be, his old team that he used to be at Creighton Prep. So Tay Jenkins, we'll be talking to him after this game is all over.
As Quentin Malone gets a big carry, another gain of about 11. He has another first down. Tay Jenkins, 13 yards to carry. He has 196 on the day, rushing-wise. Caught 2 passes for 39 yards and returned a kickoff for a touchdown.
I'd say that was a pretty complete night. I'd say he might be the Omaha World Herald has their prep player of the week, and
that might be him.
That pretty strong candidate. You can't have a better game than that. And the World Herald reporter Stu Pospisil is on the scene here in the press box, and he decides who it is. And pretty good candidate for that award from the Omaha World Herald.
I remember, I think it was Stu or somebody else interviewed Everett Sherlazin, who kicked 5 field goals against Bell West. Basically won him the game. It was a close game, that one.
I remember that. And Everest really had a tremendous game, and Westside needed that.
Westside likely to run one last play. Want to give a quick shout out here before the night's over. My Uncle Steve, he's a Creighton Prep alum, so I want to give him a shout out here. So I want to give him a little shout out. So hopefully he enjoyed the game. Hopefully he enjoyed the blowout as Schleifer takes a knee, and that will do it for today's game. Westside on senior night against rival Creighton Prep comes out and beats them by 32, 52-20 your final here at Phelps Field.
The big rivalry game, one of the best in the state. Westside totally dominated this matchup. It's the 10th win in a row for Westside over their longtime rival Creighton Prep. The last time Prep won was what, 2017?
2017. It was the first game of the season that year.
Yeah, it was 45-41, and I'll tell you what, it's one of those games that Westside had tonight that they really showed in all facets of the game, offense, defense, and especially special teams. Right from the start, there was a fumble on the opening kickoff, and Westside scored on their very first play of the game. It was just a great finish by Westside, and they're rolling into the playoffs. They play Papillion next Thursday on the road, and then they'll come back to host the first, second, and third round of the playoffs. So Westside's in a great position right now.
Yeah, stick around, everybody. About 5 minutes from now, we'll interview our player of the game, Tay Jenkins. Stick around. Don't leave. Welcome back to the WTV Live Network. I'm here with our player of the game, Tay Jenkins. Tay, an awesome game for you. 196 yards on the ground, a 90-yard kickoff return, and about 40 yards through the air. What did it mean to you to beat Prep today?
It means a lot. Them talking on the internet, saying stuff, and then us just working hard, physicality and toughness and stuff. So, yeah.
And then take me through that 90-yard kickoff return. You guys are up by about 21 points, and that touchdown basically put it away. So take me through that play.
I caught the ball. I jogged it, set the blocks up a little bit. Bryson had a big pancake block, and then I just hit the crease from there. And then Taggy blocked the kicker, and I always got to just break one tackle, so that's really what it was.
And then you've broken your touchdown record already that you set last season. You're at 25 now. It wasn't mean to you to break that record already, even before the regular season ended.
It means a lot to me. It shows me that I'm grinding, having a good season, maybe having a better season than last year. But we still got more games left to go, so yeah.
With this win, you're most likely going to be the 1 seed in the wild card come playoff time, and you guys have one more regular season game left against Papio on Thursday. What do you guys have to do to win that game and secure your spot as the number 1 team in the playoff?
Our physicality, our preparation, and our toughness just continue on to next week.
Thank you guys for tuning in on the WTV Live Network. Our player of the game, Tay Jenkins. Great game today, 196 yards on the ground and about 300 yards from scrimmage. We'll be back at it tomorrow for the Warrior Invite Volleyball. Have a great night, everyone.